Friends, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney and I'm so glad you found your way to my little corner of the internet. Time, guys, for our Magic Month Cash Stuffing July Week 5. Let's dive into it. So I know that the sun is really bright. There are shadows. I don't care because it's a nice day out. It's actually really hot out too. So we are working with it. All right. So this is our Magic Month Cash Stuffing, friends. So what that means is we have more to play with. We are going to be fully funding a couple categories. We're going to be putting some money in some much needed places. It's going to be fun. All right. We were able to get preschool, which I have not stuffed my long-term binder with you guys with my fake money in a long time, just because I kind of forgot, and life be lifin', as we know, as I've said countless times. But preschool is fully funded. Next on the docket is Christmas, and then we're going to look at propane, and then we're going to kind of see from there what the world looks like, because I think we're going to need to at least get another month ahead. So it's gonna be entertaining, to say the very least. All right, so let's count what we've got. We should have, they took my sticky note again, but we should have $638. So we have 100, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 600, 10, 15, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38. Yep, 638. We have not had this much stuff in a long time because we've been trying to put things elsewhere. We've been trying to do our long-term savings and then obviously debt pay down, because that's what we're here. That's what we're working on. We are paying off debt, saving for life's big events, and having fun all in the same breath. So, we're going to do my cash envelopes first. We do have rollover. I have $6 from grocery, which is fabulous. And nothing else, just those. Okay, so groceries is going to get $100 like usual. That's been working out really well for us, so I'm going to keep it going. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Fabulous. And then Cody gets his $30. Did I have a gross 10 in here? I didn't. They're all pretty good. I'll do this one. So he gets 30 for the week. That's just for his miscellaneous grocery store spending and whatnot. So that is all for that. All right, next up, we're diving into the gold binder. Oh, you know what we have to do too? We'll come back and do this at the end. How about that? We have challenges to redisperse. I kind of forgot about. So we finished 2 in our last savings challenge Sunday, so I'm going to set those off to the side. We will come back to those after we do our regular stuffing, and we will redistribute those. So we are skipping household, we are skipping personal care, we're jumping back to clothing. Reason we're skipping those, if you haven't been around, is we've kind of fully funded them at the moment. We haven't spent a lot from them, so we're going to leave it as is. Clothing is going to get 10. I'm not overly stuffing any of our regular weekly ones, just because I have some other places I want to put some money. So clothing now has 150, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 45, and 50. So $250 in clothing, which is great. I do have to do some shopping for the kids back to school, but we also have back to school money, and I only have a supply. It's actually a pretty short supply list for Claire, which I was kind of surprised by. So 10 into back to school. And with that, that means we are going to fully fund back to school. So we have 100, 200, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. So $350 in back to school. We're calling that good. I feel like that should cover everything we need for both kids. Clayton doesn't need school supplies because we pay tuition. He just needed a backpack, which I just ordered, so I'll take money out of here to pay that back. And then I ordered Claire's backpack as well, so money will come out of here. She has a pretty short school supply list, and and my mom offered us to help out and buy them shoes, so both kids, their shoes are covered. She bought them new shoes for the school year, so eternally grateful to have a very wonderful mother. And then my mother-in-law, my husband's stepmom, is actually wanting to help out with some things for school as well. So they're wonderful humans, and I'm very excited because that means we're going to have plenty for like school pictures and stuff throughout the school year. Because I think as school starts and we kind of figure out how things go, I will probably end up putting more back in here. But for right now, that's what we're going to stop at. Family fun is going to get 10. We went to the farmer's market and used a bunch of this. So we are building it back up. So we have 50, 60, 70, and 80 in family fun. Okay. Nope. No date night, no anniversary. Gifts. All right. Gifts is also getting 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85. 85 in gifts. I do have my mother-in-law's birthday coming up, and I'm thinking I'm going to send her some flowers. But beyond that, I think we are golden there. And then birthdays is going to get 10 as well. I'm saving up for Claire's birthday. We're trying to figure out what we want to do. It is so close to baby's due date that I'm a little nervous. I want to do something, but I think it's just going to have to be a little bit less than last year. I don't know. I've been talking about doing the same thing as last year, but we're going to have to see how the cookie crumbles. And we also saw, I also just saw that like the Disney on Ice comes to our town around that same time. So I'm like, maybe we do that and do that like as a family. And then we can do like, I don't know, we'll figure something out. But birthdays now has 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 200. Nice. Nice. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay. And that is all for that binder for now. We'll come back to it when we go to do our redistributing of our challenge money. Okay. Our green binder. So our pets, we did go pet food shopping. It actually was on sale. So we did not spend as much as I thought we were going to. So we were putting in 40. So we have 40, 20, 40, 60, 75. They had a deal on all of our chicken foods, which was nice. And then garden is going to get 10. This is the last time we're going to stuff garden for now. Probably till the new year, just because gardening season's basically over at this point. So we don't need anything. But I've got 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we'll start looking at next year. And I got to do some research and figuring out getting rid of our weeds, because we have a really bad weed problem. So outdoor projects is getting 10 as well. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. I was going to quit stuffing this, but I realized that outdoor projects really go all year round. And sometimes we need stuff in the wintertime, so I'm just going to maintain this one and keep going. And that's all for this binder. So now we're going to move into my personal binder. We're only stuffing one area in here, and that is our hair envelope, because Claire and I have a hair appointment coming up the end of the month. So we're going to do 100. Yes, 100 in here. Make sure I put the right denominations on this one. So hair's getting 100, has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 220, which is great. That's going to give us, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. That's going to give us the boost we need to get to where we want to. Yeah, Claire's going to get her haircut before school starts. She's very, very excited. Okay, then we're jumping into our holiday binder. And we're flipping back here to, wait for it, fair. All right, so because it's a Magic Month check, we are going to fully fund fair and fall, just because I want to focus on other things. So being able to kind of get these out of the way means it's not something I don't have to worry about. So fair is getting 250s and a 20. So we're going to do 120 in here. Okay. So we now have 50, 150, 70, 90, 210, 230, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, and 300. So 300, we're going to call that fully funded, and that is going to go for both fairs. We are only doing 2 days at each one, so it should be totally fine. I do want to go get the bigger fair that I work at, where we get free tickets to get in. I need to go and look at getting, they have like ride wristbands that you can get at a discounted price when you go to one of the partners. So I'm going to go do that. And then fall is getting 115. And this isn't going to fully fund this, but it's pretty close. I am doing more than last year just because we easily spent all of last year. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 200. I want to do 250 this year. Let's give us a little extra cushion. And then hopefully we'll get to go with my nieces and nephews again. That's kind of the hope. And that's it. Halloween's fully funded. I still need to find my fully funded slip. I'm pretty sure it's in my stacker. New Year's we're calling fully funded, and so is winter. And Thanksgiving is going to be up in the air. Just because that's when baby girl is due around that week, and I don't think we're going to do anything, so we're going to leave this alone. I think if anything, we'll probably just like use our grocery budget for that. But yeah, and then I think starting in October, we might come back and start stuffing some of these first of the year holidays just to kind of get a head start. But yeah, that's all for the holiday binder for right now. And then challenges, because it was Magic Month, we are putting a little extra, so all the rest of this is going to go. So this is 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 50, 5, 60, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to add in our rollover of 6. So that's going to give us like, 69, which is great. We're going to stick that in the front of our challenge binder. And that's going to give us lots to play with for next Savings Challenge Sunday. Okay, so now we have our 2 challenges. So we finished both of my Tracy's. So I have Tracy from Golden Girl Budgets. She finished her beautiful little challenge there. And that should be 50. So we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, which is great. And then we've got Savings with Tracy, and I finished her Cranky Chicken. And we have 20, 40, 55, 56, 7, 8, 9, and 60. Fabulous. Okay, so how I kind of broke this down. We are going to go into our gold binder first. So I did spend some money out of household, so we're going to replace that money and bring it back up to 200. So we're going to do 20 and 5. Then I'm probably going to spend from it again because we need a new shower liner. So there's that. So this should bring us back up to 200. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 200. Fabulous. And then next up, we're going to jump back to Family Fun. Family Fun is going to get 20. And yeah, we'll do the 20. Yes. So that gives us 50, 70, 80, 90, 200, or 100, 100. Yes, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100 in Family Fun. Beautiful. And then I did want to put a little bit into date night, just pop it up, just because. So we're going to do 15 in here, and that should put us at 225. So we have 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 20, and 5. And we're going to go to gifts. Gifts is also going to get 15. So 10 and 15. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 100 in gifts, which is great because not only do I have my mother-in-law's birthday, but then I have a friend's birthday in September, and I have my niece and nephew coming up very, very quickly. So those are good. Yes, we're calling those good. And then we're going to jump into garden. And I know I said we aren't going to stuff this anymore, but you know me and how I like my even numbers, like my rounded numbers. So we're going to put 10 into here, and that's going to give us 150. So we have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 150. And that's going to probably sit like that for a while, which is totally fine. And we should have here next, yes, hair. We're going to put 15 into hair. So we're going to probably do that in the 5s, yes. Yes, so we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 25, 35, 235. Fabulous. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to go into here. We're going to go back to fall, and fall is going to get 10. And then with stuffing it through the month of August, that should get us to our goal. So all the ones get to go in here. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fabulous. Okay, so that, friends, is all redistributed and all she wrote for today's cash stuffing. It was kind of a longer one. I appreciate you sticking with me through it. It was a Magic Month check, which is always so much fun because we get to put money in other places. It's my favorite thing to do. So yeah, anyway, friends, that is all she wrote for today's cash stuffing. If you guys enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out, hit that subscribe button. And friends, as always, remember to spread kindness like glitter. Bye, y'all.